Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome. To our 31st Logical Talk. While today morning I was just thinking, uh, we chose a topic which was very important at for this hour, but suddenly just before we were uh, coming up with this webinar, and after the announcement happened, there's another big googly came from the government of India that labor codes were announced. So instead of labor code, we are going to talk about MGT 7 today. Which I hope will keep your interest alive in something which is not on the top of mind and for everyone as of today. But just to tell you all, we've done enough presentation. It's going to be an interesting conversation today. The team has worked over almost 15 days on this, on what to come, what to bring to you for today. There are going to be discussions which are not on those subjects which are not usually covered. So let's look at full for this discussion today. And as I do my customary discussion, we'll do a quick introduction. I'm sure by now you exactly would know what I'm going to speak. We are Lawrbit. We are India's leading regulatory technology company offering regulatory compliance software solutions for our clients for the industry, not just in India but globally as well. The solutions, which is our flagship solution, many of you must be using the software as well. Is called GCMS, Global Compliance Management Solution, which brings the regulatory intelligence from over 70 countries in a single consolidated software, which makes it easy for you to understand the compliance obligations applicable on your business and keep a track of it, keep monitoring the adherence and understand the risk from a regulatory standpoint. At the same time, our lawyers, legal experts, and the technology which we are using, they keep us abreast of the changes and happening in the law worldwide, wherever your businesses are, wherever we are, we are working with you. And our key team understand those, makes it easy for you to understand how those compliances are going to impact your business so that you're focusing on business and we are keeping our regulatory compliances in check for you, updated all the time. The software is currently being used by 550 plus entities globally. And today, we are a team of 105 legal tech professionals, primarily based out of Jaipur, which is our global delivery center, and our corporate headquarters in Gurgaon, and locations are in Bombay and as well as Pune. And then we have partner offices in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad as well. And beyond this, we also offer other regulatory risk compliance risk solutions called for IFCs, for managing interfinancial controls to enterprise risk, to your litigations, legal notices, or we provide the services called compliance health checks, which is very similar to compliance regulatory audits, which you may require at different point of time. With this, I want to hand over this platform to Mayank, our host for today. Mayank heads our advisory function, a lawyer and a company secretary himself, and been leading this function from the date of, since the inception or foundation of the company. Mayank, this is your topic. I don't know much about this, so I would be more of a spectator listener today. And so keep me on this side. So all over to you,
Thank you, sir.
Mayank. And Varsha and Nana, thank you so much for all the time and effort which you have put in bringing this together. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to listening to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Warm welcome to all of you to our 31st webinar. And as we all know, the agenda of today's webinar revolves around a topic that has become a major concern for compliances and secretarial professionals, that is annual filings under the new V3 portal. But despite the extended due date, many companies are, continue to face challenges in filing these forms. So considering the widespread issue and the urgency across the corporate secretarial teams, in fact, among the practicing professionals, we have decided to host this webinar to address the technicalities, challenges, and best practices related to these filings. So let me now introduce our esteemed speakers who will going to speak on this topic that we have decided. Ms. Varsha, we are delighted to have Varsha. Varsha is the Company Secretary and Chief Compliance Officer of Swasti Microfinance Private Limited. She brings over a decade of experience in secretarial and compliance roles with leading NBFC. Varsha has extensive expertise in managing end-to-end compliance framework, secretarial audits, board and committee governance, RBI, and in fact, SEBI filings. She's adept at liaising with the regulatory authorities and ensuring accurate and timely disclosure in line with statutory requirements. Thank you, Varsha, for accepting our invitation. We look forward to hearing your insights today.
Thanks, Mayank.
On the other side, we have Ms. Naina. Naina heads the Company Secretary and Compliance Officer at MTR Technologies Limited, one of the top 1,000 listed companies in India. She has close to half a decade of experience in corporate governance, regulatory compliance, stakeholders engagement. She has successfully managed ESOP implementations, key corporate actions, and a wider range of statutory compliances for listed entities. She also oversees the CSR initiatives of the company, driving impactful program aligned with the company's commitment to sustainable growth and social development. We are excited to hear from you, Naina, during today's interactive session. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, Mayank. Thank you for the Lawrbit team for inviting us today.
Just one disclaimer before going into the depth of this webinar and discussing the agenda. The views and opinions expressed in this webinar are those of the speakers basis their experience and understanding. It doesn't reflect the views or positions of Lawrbit nor their company the speakers are associated with. So one must not treat this as legal opinion. Must exercise their own discretion while taking any corporate actions or business decision basis the information shared over this platform. In today's webinar, we're going to focus one of the most talked about compliance area in recent months, that is annual filing on MCA V3 portal. As you know, MCA has rolled out the remaining set of forms in this year, and many professionals are still navigating the changes. So here in this webinar, we're going to cover key changes introduced in the annual filing process, practical challenges faced by the professionals, forms brought under the V3 framework, penalties and compliance obligations. And would like to know, we have introduced a new approach in this webinar. Rather than discussing the broad updates, we're going to focus specifically on technicalities of this topic. I request all professionals attending today's session to please post your questions in the chat box. We will address your questions during the session to keep the discussion interactive and practical. So I would request all the attendees, please post your questions as and when it comes during this webinar. About the journey of this V3 filings, the MCA has announced of all the forms, and in fact these annual filing forms, cost audit forms made effective made effective July of this year. So annual forms are now filled and submitted fully online through the V3 portal, as we all know, replacing the old V2 method of downloading, filling and uploading the PDFs again. Right, so MCA has also introduced an offline preparation version, so where users can fill their pre-populated Excel sheet with the basic information and then upload back into the web form. And so this option that was not there earlier. So this V3 portal helps the users in shaving partially forms for later completion and auto-fulfilling data based on the linked company records, which are already there on that MCA portal. So I think this initiative, this new portal will going to save professionals time and efforts, and in fact that will bring a corporate governance, a robust corporate governance structure in the corporates also. So from here, I want, I would like to hand over to Varsha for leading this webinar ahead. Over to you, Varsha.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mayank, for the introduction and introduction of the topic today. So before we begin, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all the attendees. And today's session is designed to give your practical insights and clarity on Form AOC 4 and MGT 7 both, and their enhancements and key points, as Mayank mentioned. So we will covering key concepts and best practices that will help you in your professional role. So we are not going to go through with the forms each and everything, but what are the technical issues are coming or some other challenges are coming while filing the form that we are trying to cover from our best side. Before starting, I just want to give one disclaimer from my side. Since forms are transited in the V3 version, there are so many technical challenges are coming in, but there are no legal resolutions from our ministry or our institution of Company Secretaries of India till now. So this all, whatever we are going to explain here, this all are the tricks or the experience we have done with done at the time of filing of the forms. So this is not the legal resolutions at all, but these are the tricks and the our experience will speak here. And I request all the members to stay engaged, ask questions in the chat box, and make the sessions interactive instead of just going it on one side. So if you have ever spent hours trying to upload a form on the MCA portal only to see a validation error at the last minute, so we are not alone. We all are on the same train, I can say. So as a compliance professional, we deal with these challenges almost every day. And today I would like to highlight some of the major issues that many of us repeatedly face, like from incorrect pre-filled information to DSC verification failures, login glitches, or attachment size errors, and many more. So I would like to cover one by one. So the first is incorrect pre-filled data. So this issue occurs when the system auto-populates fields with incorrect or mismatch information after entering an SRN, or maybe the SIN, or maybe the name. So, or maybe selecting a previously filed form, such as run or spice when we are doing for the incorporation of the file. So this is maybe due to the backend mismatch between SRN mapping and corresponding company master database, or might be due to cache-related errors where previously accessed company data gets pre-filled, or maybe due to system fetching outdated or incorrect records due to synchronization problem, or maybe the delays in synchronization. So here I would like to suggest one a trick. You can delete the caches from your history, and maybe you can use incognito mode. So till today, this is my personal experience. I'm using incognito mode, and compared to other browsers, it works very well.
Yeah, along with the cache files, people can delete the cookies and other site data also, the history also, because sometimes it blocks the traffic, and that can create this, such kind of problem. So yes, Varsha, we can use the incognito mode of, which is available in the Google Chrome, and in fact, we can delete the history and these cache files.
Yes. The next is unable to save and submit the form. So this again, all users often encounter these messages such as validation error, submission restricted, or are unable to proceed beyond the same form stage. So there might be the possible technical reasons. Maybe the backend checks are failing, but the system is not showing the right error messages. That is one. Or maybe the session timed out during the saving the form, and it's lead to incomplete data packets being sent to the server. And maybe sometimes temporary server load issues. So everyone is, near the due date, everyone is working on the same server. So maybe due to the loading issues, this problem occurs. So here, I would like to highlight that we need to click the save button each and every time while filing the form. So now if you will see the AOC 4 and MGT 7, there are save button after each and every sections. So you have to save it after every sections. If you are missing it, any one sections in between of it, and then you are continuously filing the form, there might be chances the data will lose there. So that's one trick we are using it. And where the technical issues are there, you can try 2 to 3 times for saving button. Sometimes it's taking it, or maybe you have to logged out and then again logged in. That is also work here. So you can use that. Third is unable to upload the form after affixing DSC. This is very common error we all are facing. So even with a valid, refreshed and correctly registered DSC, we frequently face this issue, DSC verification fail, and error comes at the time of uploading. So there might be chances that this happens due to system not fully recognizing or syncing the latest DSC of the particular authorized signatories, or maybe the directors or the professionals. And there might be chances the Java-based DSC utility malfunctions or incompatibility with the certain browsers. That is also one issue, or maybe issue with the token drivers. So here I will suggest, before affixing the DSC, check the latest DSC software and ensure that the correct role, and update the DSC if required. If the role is not correct at the MCA site, please update it and then only affix the DSC. And at the time of affixing it, please check DSC is valid and it's appear in the green tick mark. So this is helpful at the time of doing, and we try to avoid the errors. I want to add one more point here. The director's DSC must be registered from the personal director login and not the company login. That is more helpful to avoid such errors. And the company secretaries should register as a professional and not as an authorized signatory. If you're registering your DSC as an authorized signatory and you are trying to affixing your DSC as a company secretary, as a professional, then it won't work. It will give you the errors. So please try to do this checks before affixing the DSC. Next is related to login issue. So several types of login related problems hinder smooth use of the portal. So this may be due to, password reset attempts result in general errors like something went wrong, even after we provide the correct OTP entry. Or sometimes professional faces incorrect role display or old profile details even after successful updation on it. So here only the one idea, either you have to log in from the incognito mode, that will give you the best result compared to other browsers. And if the error occurs continuously and you are not able to resolve it even after updation of your profile, updation of the proper role at the MCA site, and even after giving the correct OTP entry, then you can raise the ticket with the MCA.
So Varsha, I want to know a very basic question here, because these kind of issues comes very frequently. So want to know what which is the best browser for using MCA V3 portal, which can save our time. In fact, we can overcome these challenges and issues.
Yeah. So see, I'll suggest you should use Chrome in incognito mode. Okay. That works very well compared to other browsers. Some of the people have experienced that Internet Explorer is also working very well. But from my personal experience, the incognito mode is working very well. I'll give the today's example itself. We were filing one of the form for my company and was not able to fetching the data properly in that form, the pre-filled form. So, and we got the error for, selecting the dates and that. So we have tried in incognito mode and it's done properly. So I suggest you can start it with the incognito mode. Don't waste your time in other browsers.
And sometimes the drop down doesn't come. When we are filing and try to choose the drop down, they doesn't come. So I think these are the same problems that we are discussing.
Yes. And so if you refresh, all the data which has been fed will be gone.
Right?
Yeah. The next is time-bound approval of forms. Yeah, this is the very common, issues we all are facing. So, basically the approval forms require manual scrutiny, and it's remained pending well beyond the stipulated time, sometimes week or even more than 15 days or 30 days. So I personally feel this delay results from either the limited availability of backend officers or maybe the high volume of filings or procedural bottlenecks, or maybe the incomplete linking between the new V3 system and approval modules. So here we don't have any other option. We have to wait. Either if it is already went around 15 days and it's not approved even within 15 days, you can raise the ticket with ROC, and they will surely respond on the tickets, because I personally experienced that they have responded it, and within next 4 to 5 days of that ticket rate, they have approved it, or maybe the resubmission, whatever is required
And
for
in
that form.
the recent seminar which the MCA has conducted, they have even acknowledged and encouraged professionals to raise as many as tickets they want to, and there is a specific deadline they are following of 7 days that they are closing the tickets with a proper resolution.
Yes. So I would like to give an example here. Recently, we were filing Form MGT 7 itself, and there are some not pre-filled, but some technical glitches of taking my shareholders share numbers. So it was not taking properly, and we have raised the tickets on it. They have literally given a link on it. If you don't, if you are not happy with our solution, you can connect on this link. We will provide you the solution. So nowadays, ministry is giving a very good facility to resolve all these errors. So I should encourage audience, please use the ticket raise and they will provide you the solution for it. The next is use of CAPTCHA. So the portal frequently prompts CAPTCHA input for basic actions like view, search, or refresh. This is again the reason behind this is like over strict security settings triggering CAPTCHA checks on every module access, and browser sessions expiring too quickly due to system side timeout rules. So here we don't have any other option. We have to use it we have to try for 2 to 3 times, and it got resolved in so many cases, I can say. Then next is option to save data of forms. Yeah, so the system often fails to properly save partially filled form data, making draft retrieval unreliable. So again, there might be a chances of technical failures. And as earlier in this session, I have mentioned, we need to click on each save button. Then only the next save button will be enabled properly, and the data get saved easily. So please don't miss to save the data after each and every sections.
So with this, there is one more observation. So once we save the data and later on, if some of the section which has not been saved it, so we close the form, right? And when we go in the processing, processed forms or in progress forms, so there if we'll click, the whole form will come blank. Then again, we close it. And then again, if we open, then all the data comes back, whatever to the extent it is saved.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying you can use save button after every section. So that will help you if you are even logged out from the session. So that will help you to save your previous data, what you have filled up. Next is resubmission date. So many times resubmission date is not visible. So when a form is written for resubmission, the system does not prominently display the revised due date. So this is maybe due to technical issues only, or maybe for the synchronization issue at the backend size. Here we don't have any other option. We have to raise a ticket if it's not shows. You can try from 2 to 3 logins. If it is, 2 to 3 times of login. If it's still not visible, you can raise a ticket saying that the resubmission date is not visible, and they'll get it resolved. But here I would like to highlight highlight one example from my personal experience. This is the example when I have, initially when I have filed the form charge 9 for creation of charge for non-convertible debentures. So what happened, we have filed the form. It came under resubmission around after 20 to 25 days. So even filing on time, I got a resubmission after 20 to 25 days, and there is no resubmission date as well as there is no tab to upload the form again. So these two issues were there. It's very initially when V2 transited around 38 forms initially in the V3. At that time it happens. And we have continuously tried to raise the ticket, and we have done so many things. In fact, we have sent a letter to ROC at Chennai, but we didn't get any specific response, and the form got automatically cancelled. So in that situation, what we did, we have again filed the form with additional fees and whatever the charges required for that specific form after delaying the 30 days timeline. But we have enclosed one disclosure in that, saying that one by one that we have filed the form on this date with this SRN, we got the written resubmission on this, but we were not able to do so. After explaining each and every errors what we have faced and with the screenshots, so even we are delayed in that after 30 days, but the disclosure is there. So might be MC looked at and they understood ki, okay, this is due to technical glitches. So first form has not done properly from their side, it's not got resubmitted, then they have filed another form. So
The
this
technical
was my
glitches are endless, I would say. And also one more thing is that one of my fellow professional, what has happened in his case that by mistake they uploaded the unsigned form and it got approved.
oh.
So even they reached out to the MCA and till date they haven't heard back from them on this issue.
In fact, we haven't heard this situation yet. That
I have, like in my close circle, it has happened.
Oh, I heard first time this.
Varsha, I want to know one thing, because generally a 15 days window is given to the stakeholders for filing the resubmitting the forms, right? So 15 days or 16 days the window. So I think there's a 15 days window for resubmitting the form.
Yes, but still, Mayank, you'll get a date over the site for resubmission. There is a due date for resubmission also.
Yeah,
They
earlier we used to get
in
it
some
when it was
cases,
happening in V2.
Yes, in some cases they're only giving 7 days. They're not giving 15 days fully. So that's also I have faced it. Yes.
Can I take one question from the audience?
Yeah,
So
sure.
there's a query to register the DSC of a company secretary on the MCA portal. We will need to select a member secretary to update the profile to associate the DSC with the company where they are appointed to file the forms.
Yeah, it should be under professional category, and there will be a section for add role. There you can fill in all the data where you're working and with which company you are associated.
Yes.
Okay, we can proceed further.
Yeah. So the last major issue I would like to cover, the attachment size issue. So despite the stated limit of 10 MB and 2 MB per attachment, user get an error stating total size of attachment should not be more than 10 MB, even when the attachments are clearly below the threshold limits given by the ROC. So this is maybe due to system misreading the compression metadata and incorrectly calculating the file size, or maybe due to the temporarily glitches in the upload module, and certain file formats triggering false validation errors. So these 3 reasons could be there. So for this, what we do here, you have to attach the attachment 1 or 2 times. If it's not taking and the same error is coming, you can slightly reduce the size of that PDF attachment, and then again you can attach it, then it's attaching properly. The attachment size you can reduce it. Okay, so that is one, and still you are facing the same error, then you can raise the ticket on it, because we have an option to raise the ticket for all the issues. So that's the best option. We have covered some of the major issues here, but if yesterday's webinar, if some of the people have already attended, they've also given so many suggestions on some of the pointers which professionals are facing that issues. So that you can use that tricks from the ministry also. Yeah. So the next is on login and user role management. So I think we just resolved one query also on this. So in practice, it's very common for company secretaries, chartered accountants, or the cost accountants. They simultaneously hold director position as well. So they are working as a professional also, and they are holding the director positions in a private or even public companies. So earlier in the V2, we have to maintain 2 accounts for each role. But now V3, they have given a very good option. You can add your second role under the after the professional role. So one you have to register as a primary professional, as a company secretary or CA or cost accountant, and then you can add your role as a director, but it will add as a secondary role. So this add role feature is available here. So, and the director is linked with the DIN number, then professionals like ICA, CA, CS, and CWA, CMA now. So everyone has a certificate of practice number or maybe the membership number. So
membership or enrollment number.
Yeah. So they have to register with that. If any manager or authorized representative are adding their DSC, then adding their role, then they have to link with their PAN number. So each and every role has a different identity, and that we have to do it. So this add role feature is allow a professional to link their director role directly in the existing professional user ID instead of operating 2 different accounts. And it's very important for us to, this facility is helpful for professionals, because we have to use a single login for both professional and director activities. We can file, certify, and approve the forms in either capacity directly from the same dashboard. So we don't have to move the login one by one. So it's under one dashboard only. And we can avoid the need to maintain or track multiple user ID and password at the same time. So this is very helpful what ministry has given it.
So Varsha,
yes.
I have one question here. How should mismatches in director PAN DIN validation be resolved when V3 auto resets the DI3 KYC data? It is not with respect to login user role management, but can be related to that.
Yeah, Mayank. So I would like to respond on this, like before entering the data, you just have to check your PAN data on NSDL or maybe the UTI, that it's correct and it's not mismatched. And at the same practice you have to do from your DIN number. So at the ministry side, MCA side, you have to check that the DIN.
If my name is different in my membership card and in my PAN, so
then it will be difficult.
It will be difficult for you.
Okay.
So you
It
have
will
to
not be
correct it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the sequencing has to be maintained. So first name, middle name, surname. So if suppose my name is Naina Singh, I have put in first name and last name as Singh. So if by any chance I have inserted in the PAN details under middle name, I have inserted Singh. So there will be a mismatch and come like person who is having like 3-4 words in their name. So in that case, it becomes very difficult, like which one to feed in under which, first name or surname or middle name, like that.
So it means before registering as a user in MCA V3 portal, we have to check the credentials, whatever there in our different directories, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it has to be exactly same as the PAN details.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's mismatch, and you have to, sometimes we have to it's not mismatch, but sometimes it's not taking correctly in your name, but you have given all the correct data. Even after the error is showing, then you have to raise the ticket and ask them to, correct the data from backend size. So that is also one option. If there are no solution to do it, and you don't have any option to correct it, then you can do that also. Because see, this has happened in so many. I can say the name of the South Indian people, because they are using name sometimes they are using very short name, but their name is very big in PAN card. But just they are using some shortcut name, so they are entering that name in the MCA role, and then this problem occurs. So I think that we need to take care of it before doing the ad roll, or maybe the DSC registration.
Basically, we need to check credentials from our different
Yes.
directories. Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So now I'll cover the multiple logins at a time. Yeah. So MCA V3 portal is generally designed to prevent multiple simultaneous logins with the same user ID on different devices or browsers. So you cannot, with one login ID, I mean the same login ID and password, you cannot log in from 2 or 3 browsers. So that restrictions here.
So
if you are doing it.
Yeah. So that was available in V2, but when this V3 was introduced, we were working in a firm, and that became very difficult for us to go, like how to file the forms simultaneously.
See, in V2, this is my personal opinion. So in V2, we were used to download the forms in PDF and then doing it.
Yes.
I think due to that they have allowed, but now it's a web-based forms.
So for like when we are working for the company, the scenario is different, that we can log in and do the things at our pace. But when the same login is used by various professionals, so there that difficulty comes up.
For a practicing professional, I think they need to tackle with the different corporate filings and at the same time. So for them, it is difficult and challenging for filing different companies' forms at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, and if we attempt it now, the system will automatically log out to the user from maintain the session security. But there is one option I just want to highlight it. Key multiple logins are available. So which actually helps to streamline the process, and this is specifically helpful for the practicing company secretaries. So they can create their own login ID, the PCS, and they can also able to create their staff login ID as a sub login for the professionals. So that is helpful for the professional company secretaries. So even they can generate 4 to 5 sub logins in the main login of the professional who is working as a practicing company secretary. So that is possible. And in company, we can do one thing, that's either if one person is doing from the company login, other can do it from the director login. So that option is available. Because if like me, if we are working at a time 3 or 4 people in the team, so it's very difficult, I am filing one form, another people filing another 2 forms. So at that time, you can use this, the director login. One can use the director login, another can use the company's main login. So that is a good option here, I can say. But this flexibility also improves workflow and tracking of, each and every forms. So offline and online filings and comparison of it. So for the online mode, users must download the utilities and complete the form using the provided templates. For the online mode, user has to enter the data directly in the web-based form. Okay. So I would like to highlight some of the advantages and disadvantages of it. In the online mode, when we are filing the form, errors appear instantly on the spot. So you don't have to wait till end to resolve the errors. So this is helpful, but only if the system is functioning well. Because currently we all are facing the issues while filing the form online. So if system is functioning well, then you can use the online mode. In the offline utility, the error appears only at the end of the process. So when you are filing the form, so initially what you have to do, you have to give some of the master data of the company and some other additional data what are the forms are asking for generating the Excel utility. So you have to file all the details in it, and then you have to go for the generate the Excel utilities. After generating Excel utilities, you have to work on it offline without using online network mode or anything. So you can work on it. But when you are trying to upload that Excel files again at the time of generating the PDF for affixing the DSC and uploading and completion of the form, so at that time, you'll get the errors in the Notepad output. So,
Yeah.
and when I was filing, I was doing MGT7, I got around 151 errors. It's all of,
So it's
you have not
mostly
put
like
zero in this
how do
field.
we work
Yes,
in the it's mostly like how do we work in the XBRL. So we used to get
yes,
a list of errors, and
yeah,
the direction also like field number and everything will be mentioned where you can figure out which
yes,
field has the error and what kind of error it
And
is.
these errors will only come while uploading this Excel utility back into the web form.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
So that will give a pop-up that okay, these remove these errors, and can that pop-up locate the error location also?
Yes. That's what it
yes.
gives, the field number and everything and the
So
kind
the
of error
Notepad,
also.
yeah, you are able to download that errors in a Notepad form. So, and then when you review it offline mode, you can do it offline. Then you can resolve it offline in the Excel file itself. So they give with the proper field number, subsection, and everything they give ki in this step, the amount is wrong, or maybe the amount is zero, or maybe it should be empty, or there is a mismatch. If I can give the one example, in MGT7, we have to give the business activity. So earlier you can give a percentage, even like 95%, 92, 93, if you have other income. Now you cannot. They are asking the full 100%. So even you have other income, you have to mention it. So if it's not, the total is not 100, it will pop up the error and you are not able to file the form.
So
So this
basically,
type
for
of
example,
error
if the total revenue, we have to give a bifurcation of that total revenue. Okay, the
yes,
X
yes.
amount comes from this activity, Y amount
Yeah.
comes from that activity, and that makes a total revenue.
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
give the percentage and the activities. Correct.
Okay, and Varsha, one thing want to know. So offline mode is only available for AOC 4 and MGT 7, right?
Yes,
Only for,
only available for the annual filings. It's not available for other forms.
so for these two forms only.
Only for these two forms. Yes.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So this error, for the offline form, we got the errors at the very end stage, and normally this delay is very major disadvantage of the offline method, I can say, because you have completed the entire form and then you realize all your mistakes and you have to correct it. So that is a disadvantage of it. Another common challenge for the offline form is through regeneration of Excel utilities. If there is any mistake in the initial master data used to generate the offline file, you have no choice but you have to regenerate the Excel utility entirely. So there is no direct correction option. If suppose you have mentioned, for example, it's asking, do you have any adverse remarks in your secretarial audit report? So instead of writing 2, you have 3 adverse remarks. Instead of writing 3, you have written 2. So it will generate only two rows
Fields.
in
Hmm.
table. Okay. And then after filing, preparing of the Excel files, you got to know, Are Bhagwan, this is, I have to do 3 and I have done 2. Then what? You have to regenerate all the Excel utilities again. So this is a very,
So that's like
you have
whatever
to,
mistake you are doing in the parent form, the child form has to be changed. So
yes, yes.
parent, we should be very cautious while filing the parent form
Yeah,
online.
so you have to be and very careful before entering anything. You have to be very careful. My suggestion is you have to be ready with all of the data, and on that once you are ready with all the data, then only you go for the Excel generation. So I can say there is no direct correction option for this, unlike the online form. For online form, you'll get a red wording error over there, and you can resolve it immediately. But that option is not there in the offline. So, however, when the portal is slow or unstable or unresponsive, then offline preparation is the better option because it allows you to continue working despite the technical glitches at the site. So for the offline form, I can say for very small form, if you have to just do a MGT 7A for the small companies or the OPC companies, then you can go for the web-based form only. If you have a lengthier data in your AOC 4 and MGT 7, then first prepare for the Excel utility generation, and after that only you go for the generation of the Excel utilities.
So want to take one question from the audience, that and Preeti is asking this. So in first board meeting, if auditor is not appointed, then in that case, what SRN what SRN of that entity be given?
You have to enter Z99999.
Okay.
It will take it correctly. Even the suggestion came from the the higher senior professionals and some of the ministry personnels. So you can use Z99999.
So how
if
many
it is
times
only for the appointment of first auditor from the board of directors, in any other case, if it is from the members, you will use this technique. It won't work over there.
Okay, proceed.
Yeah. And I just want to highlight one thing, that even for the online form, if you are filing it online, then you should remember this: the online form remains active only for the 15 days. So after that, it got cancelled automatically, because I think many of the professionals are already aware of the blue color, amber color, the red color indicators showing the status of the form in your login workspace. So ensure that you have all data available with you before begin the online filing process. And if you don't complete it within 15 days, it will get cancelled. You have to start from the A for Apple again. And for the offline form, I just want to highlight, always start by downloading the Excel file and preparing the data very carefully. And when you download the PDF versions for filing, that time you may sometimes face a technical error, that either the PDF does not download with the entered data, or maybe the it populates incorrect information. So avoid this. As per my suggestion earlier, you can use incognito mode while downloading the form, because I have seen personally, while downloading the form from other browsers and downloading the form from incognito mode, the data are coming very correctly from the incognito mode. Just one thing before completing this, offline online mode comparison. These forms have increased complexity of filings and the maker checker process if you are doing offline form, because see, one maker have to do the data entry. If one person is doing data entry in the Excel file, then again the second person has to check all the offline file, all the Excels, they have to check it properly, and another checker should check the online PDF what we are downloading after uploading all the Excel files on the MCA portal. So this is the suggestion from my side, because there might be chances the data entry has missed something, or maybe he has given the proper data and he has given all the data properly. Even the checker has checked the offline file very carefully, but at the time of PDF generation, there might be the data didn't get populated properly in that form. So this is the suggestion from my side. You can do this. Is little complex process and little lengthier process, but this will ensure that you are filing the accurate data with the ROC.
So to the extent you can save it and then again re-log in and do the form again, it will be appearing.
Yeah. So next on the DSC verification. There are so many errors we are facing for related to DSC. Sometimes it's saying it's not registered with MCA, or it's failed, or it invalid, or it's the role is mismatched at the time of. So I think I have already covered this all points, but my suggestion again, the before affixing the DSC, please check the latest version of the forms, latest token driver of the DSC, and the role of the person what you are selecting it. If you are selecting company secretary and then you you are affixing the, you have registered only the DSC as an authorized signatory of that company, then it won't take. It will create the problem at the end of the filing of the form. So better you just check each and everything, each and every checkpoints before affixing the DSC. I think I have covered major part of it, so we don't waste time on it and we can move ahead.
So Varsha and Nana, there are several questions. So before going ahead, let me take these questions from the audiences. Devanshu is asking, while entering the DIN in the form, the portal is not auto-populating the name.
Then again, it's a technical glitch because for us, like when we have retried again and again, when we are inserting the DIN, it is auto fetching the details of the director and the category of it.
Okay. Shruti is asking how to change name and email ID on the profile. There is no option to edit these fields.
Yeah, that has to be done at the time of KYC. When we are doing the KYC, that is applicable for a year.
So suppose if my email, if my email has been changed, right? So what is the way of changing that email ID? Because I think email ID works as a login login ID also, right? So if my email is closed or if my email has been changed, so what is the method of changing from my MCA portal?
So for the company, I think you have an option to change it. And for if you are working as a director, then you have to do it from DIR3 KYC at the time of doing it. And in middle of it, if you want to do, there are no option of it. You have to raise a ticket, or maybe from the backend you have to do that.
I'm not sure, but earlier in V2, we used to file at the time of filing MGT 7. We used to, if we want to change that email ID of the company, we used to do in the form. But later on, I think I read about it somewhere that no longer it can be changed in the MGT 7, and we have to be like from the back end itself, we have to get it corrected.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Devanshu is asking, while uploading the sheet in form, it gives incorrect data after downloading. Tried downloading many a times, still incorrect data is there. So what is the method for
Try the
correcting?
incognito mode.
Yeah,
Or
retry it.
Yeah.
And also, like if you download the form, might be for some other company, your form will be getting downloaded. So all the details of some other company will be appearing.
Right. Swapnil is asking that is trying to register DSC on MCA as an authorized signatory, but is not getting any OTP on his mobile number.
OTP lag is there. So once we get, and when we click on regenerate OTP, you by then you get the first OTP. So which is already expired.
Okay.
So we have to wait at least 5 to 10 minutes. Even if you are not getting in those 10 minutes, then again you retry for resending the OTP. But before that, if you are clicking on multiple times for regenerating the OTPs, then there are likely high chances that you'll be inserting some of the previous OTPs generated, and it will be throwing the.
Okay. So someone was asking that can they create a company login and file the annual returns, and what is the way for doing this?
Yeah, they can create the company login under business user.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
Okay, so I think we have covered all the questions.
Just highlight one thing since this question came. So you can create company login, and as a business user, even you can create directors login, and the professionals. I have seen some of the professionals what they are practicing. They are filing the form and everything from there. Even they are doing payment from their login itself. So
on top of it, if everything is failing, then the best way to do is at odd hours, we need to do whatever work has to be done with the MCA.
Yeah.
So there, your filings will be done correctly, your payments will be done correctly. When there is a less load on the portal, then the things are getting, things are running smoothly over there.
So I'm taking one last question, and then we'll proceed further, and we'll take the questions during the during this webinar later on. So Mukta is asking, while filing Excel sheet, we are not able to insert date in board meeting and general meeting Excel, showing error as shall be less than or equal to financial year end date, though the meeting date is following within this the last financial year for which the form is that Mukta is filing.
Yeah, so first I want to recommend here that don't copy paste the data directly from your Excel sheet to this Excel utilities. This problem happens in that copy pasting things. Another thing, just check once whether the financial year at the start of the preparing the parent form, you have given the correct financial year data. So that is also, and last, if still it's not resolving, you have to generate the Excel utility again, and then you can work on it. But first, you make sure that you are not copy pasting the data.
Thank you, Varsha and Nena. I think we can move ahead, and we'll take rest of the questions during our webinar.
Yeah, so now I'll request Naina to continue with the next slide.
Thank you, Varsha. So we have already mostly discussed about the new developments in the V3 portal, and many of the professionals have already conducting engaging session over these aspects. But we'll try to collate all the information which we have it handy right now, and we'll touch upon the things that the basic advancements which I could find in the form AOC 4 and the other applicable forms like AOC for NBFC and CFS like that. So mostly there are overlapping advancements, which is like say if it is applicable for AOC4, it has also been introduced for AOC4 CFS and AOC4 XBRL like that. So it's only depending on the kind of and the category of companies they are filing, and depending on its applicability, the features are almost same for each and everything. Here and there, few things are changing, but apart from that, it's almost the same thing. So might be things might come repetitive when I move ahead to the slides. So the basic and prominent feature which has come up with the V3 introduction, that is web-based filing. So now we have the feature of online and offline. So offline, we can directly we can insert 20% of the information online, and then after we can download the Excels depending on the applicabilities which we have inserted in the parent form. So and offline, online is directly like how you, we have to do it in the current session while being online in a MCA portal. So this has actually made the data input process immediate and simpler. So then the next feature would say that linkage of forms based on the purpose of filing and option selected. Like how I said in the parent form, if we are selecting that depending on the applicability, like if CSR is applicable, if there it asks whether yes or no. So there, if we click on yes, the Excel gets activated for that company. So at the time of filing the parent form, after that, when we'll download the Excel utilities, in that we'll be finding the CSR Excel as well to feed the data. So now there has been one more development, that auto profiling of common fields across forms. So this is a common thing, like key data like SIN, DIN, and the registered office. If we are inserting, there comes a non-editable information. So it is already fetched from some or the other form, which we have already done in the past on the MCA portal. So this has actually saved time and data consistency across filings, and data is getting freeze and it is non-editable. So if there is some change we want to introduce, then we have to accordingly file the other form for that, or if it is not possible, if no form is available, then we have to do it, get it done through the backend team. Then there is a field optimization by eliminating redundant or duplicate fields. So with this, the forms have been redesigned to be more efficient, removing unnecessary fields or those with the data that are captured elsewhere, resulting in a cleaner and quicker filing process, I would say. So repetitive and redundant data are done away with. So, then there is a minimization of the file uploads through the use of structured data fields. So earlier, instead of attaching large and unstructured PDF documents like the full director's report, V3 uses structured data fields or linked web forms to capture key information. This makes the data machine readable and reduces the filing size too. So it is mostly kind of structured information now we have to insert. So this has actually, and also the data is machine readable, so it becomes very easy for the statutory authorities to check on the compliance level, whether it is complied or not. There is a new advancement for addition of field level validations, thereby missing errors later. So errors like DIN mismatch, wrong date format, logical accounting checks are flagged instantly at the field level as the user types. So it's like when we are filing the AOC 4, so the assets should be equal to the liabilities plus equity. So there is a logical check over there. And if it is not matching, a prompt will be made of the error. Then again, we have one more advancement that individual attachments that is restricted to 2 MB, and the overall filing has to be done below 10 MB. So we need to be cautious with this requirement. So I would say the overall goal of this transition is to enhance the transparency, increase efficiency, and improve the data quality for the regulators. Going ahead with the AOC 4 and AOC 4 NBFC, we'll be touching upon the AOC 4 and the AOC 4 NBFC. So AOC 4, which is applicable to all the companies registered in India, and AOC 4 NBFCs to NBFC companies, and the due date is still the same, but MCA with its recent notification, they have given a relaxation for filing the annual forms and other few forms up till 31st December for financial year 24-25. So this relaxation is there with us. So we'll move on.
I just want to highlight one here.
Yeah,
this relaxation is available with us. Even there's a good breather for us to, prepare the form and file it before 31st December.
Yes.
We are going to file on 1st January. It will charge the additional fees from the first day of the normal due date and not from the 1st January. Not from the 1st January. So if you are filing on the 1st January, it will go around 6,000 to 7,000
rupees. After 30th September, so that deadline due date will be considered.
So for AGM, they will count it till 30th October. From the 1st November, 31st October, they will charge the additional fees. So be careful before filing the form on the 1st January, I can say.
So yes, we should close it before reaching to 31st December. And we'll move ahead with the enhancements proposed. So now there are two options to file the form. That is, again, I'm reading the data again, like offline and online mode is there. Now V3 has new checks like business rules to enforce compliance with companies' accounts rule. So there is a strict validation system on the V3 system that has enhanced and built-in business rule that performs logical checks, and also most filings are follow straight through processing STP forms. Means the acceptance is instantaneous in this case, and after all the validations pass, of course. And however, in some cases, like when we are doing the revised filings, it may still require manual approval, that it becomes a non-STP form. So with the supporting documents, which previously we used to file as attached PDFs, now in the web-based form, key disclosures are captured separately online and structured web forms link directly to the main AOC4 filing. So these link forms can be accessed only after successful submission of the parent form, that is form AOC4. So the link forms which will be after submitting the submission of the parent form, the link forms which will generate is AOC1, that is applicable to mention the salient features of the financial statements of the subsidiaries, associate companies, and the JVs. Then for reporting the related party, the contracts arrangements entered by the companies under Section 188. With the related parties, including certain arm's length transactions. So that will be reported under AOC2. That will come up as a linked form with the AOC4. Now, then AOC4 CFS, that is for the consolidated filings. Then earlier, up till for 23-24, the CSR2, if CSR was applicable on a certain company, then we used to file after the AOC4 filing. So it has separate deadline and due date after the than the AOC4. Now it has come up as a link form. So once we are done inserting the basic details in the AOC4, it goes to the CSR2 information. And we have to be very cautious before clicking on go to next CSR step, because you cannot go back to the AOC4. And if you want to make any change over there, then it's not possible. And you will have to again fill a fresh form, that parent form, and then proceed ahead with the CSR2 filing. So this form, apart from that, CSR2, there is a requirement of extract of board's report and the extract of the auditor's report standalone when we are talking about the AOC4 AOC4 standalone. So these has come up with the mandatory linked reports, like AOC4 must now be submitted with these two key structured reports, that is extract of board's report and extract of auditor's report. These reports are capture critical machine readable data from the full boards and auditors report, ensuring key disclosures are standardized and easy for the regulator to process. So e-director's report will be applicable in all the companies, in all the cases, and e-auditor's report standalone basis, that will be applicable to all the companies. But then e-auditor's report consolidated, that will be applicable in cases where consolidated AOC4 is to be filed, like AOC4 CFS and AOC4 NBFC. So we have to be very cautious while filling up this parent form. And if there is any sort of change in the parent form, then we'll have to fill the fresh form again. So that's a disadvantage. So, and now coming up to the CSR2 filing, now it has been enforced as a linked form to the AOC4. So it has definitely eliminated the redundancy, like we are not putting the same information in AOC4 and then again same information in the CSR2. So that has been done away with. And then again, it is an enforced linkage. So the separate annual filing for CSR activities must be linked to the AOC4 filing, ensuring compliance with both the accounts and the CSR rules. So we should be very cautious, even in the, if XBRL we are filing, what CSR initiatives and the location and the amount we are inserting, that has to be correctly inserted in the CSR2 form as well. So there shouldn't be any mismatch in these two forms. So now there is a new thing which has been introduced, that is for the companies which are under CIRP or liquidation. So for the legal compliance, the system now recognizes and allows the form to be signed by an insolvency resolution professional or the resolution professional or liquidator, or for companies undergoing insolvency proceedings under IBC. So this is one more thing which has been introduced. And then on the field level, there is addition of field to capture the GNL1 SRN that was not provided earlier. So a new field is added to capture the SRN of the GNL1, which is often used to file special requests or filing documents that are not covered elsewhere. So moving ahead with the enhancements, I see that there is a new table which has got added to capture the secretarial audit observations and qualifications. So it makes very easy for the regulators to check on the governance aspects by introduction of these this field specifically. So when there is a dedicated structure, they can definitely come up to that section and see if there is any remark which has been highlighted by the secretarial auditors of the company or not. So based on the filings of the previous years, numbers in balance sheet and P&L gets auto prefilled now. So this has given a relaxation, and it saves time and ensures accuracy that whatever data we have filled up in the previous year's AOC 4, that gets prefilled in the previous year column. So, and if, and also apart from that, there is a new field, new column, I would say, has been added. That is to record the reasons if there is some change in the pre-filled figures of previous reporting period in the balance sheet and the P&L account, and other schedules got added. So it ensures transparency to the regulators. And if a company modifies the pre-filled figures, previous year figures, due to restatement of the accounts or so, they are now required to provide a reason in a new dedicated column, that is which ensures transparency and accountability for the company filing the AOC 4 form.
So Naina, I have few questions, and in fact, can we take few questions from the audiences?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so can previous year annual returns to be filed through this V3 portal, or through these forms, or through V2 versions?
Definitely yes. Previous years for annual filings are still allowed in like recent V3 portal, provided if like subject to the payment of the additional fees for the delay. And that will be, the system will automatically calculate and levy this late fee. So it is still possible, but with the payment of the additional fee, like whatever the tenure we have surpassed.
Okay. And can we include the data in the extract of the audit report and board report by simply stating as per attached report?
So I would say no.
See, what is my suggestion here? Yeah, sure. So while filing the extract of auditor's report and director's report, so they have given a proper headings as per the director reports and audit reports. So you can copy paste the data from the Word file. You can ask your auditor to give the Word file to you, and you can copy paste the data from the Word file. And the director's reports, anyways, it's available with the company in the Word format. So you can copy paste it. But wherever, if you feel the data is little lengthy and the size of that particular tab is restricted and you are not going beyond certain words in that particular tab, there you can use as per the attached report. But what you have to do initially, 1 or 2 paragraph, whatever is able to give in that tab, that you can give, and at the end you can write the detailed information on this particular topic is as per the attached report. So that is fine, but wherever you have a very good space and you are able to give the data in that form only, you have to copy paste the data over there only. That's my suggestion.
Understood.
Because what I have personally understood, for that only they have created this. They can directly, fetch the data from your director's report and auditor's report. They don't want to go under PDF forms, PDF formats.
Yes. Understood. So basically, like crisp and crux of the, if there is some observations of if there is any suggestion in the report. that has to be highlighted particularly in that specific field. And later on, the rest of the matters can definitely be given as a attached disclosure, attached PDF.
I have one more question. In the Excel file of AOC2 generated along with AOC4 for entering RPT details, do we need to include all RPTs? Means some transactions qualify as RPTs under Indian accounting standard, but not applicable under section 188.
Yeah, so I will suggest here that you have to enter all the RPTs under section 188. If you will see the format of AOC2 given by the ministry in that form, so it's the details are asking as per the section 188 only. So whatever the details available as per section 188, that tabs are available over there. And additionally, you can do one thing. If you have some of the RPTs which are not covered under section 188 but maybe covered under Ind AS or income tax section rules, then you have to attach a separate disclosure stating that the section 188 RPTs are already fetched in the AOC2, and other below RPTs which are as per Ind AS and that are not covered under it, but these are the other related party transactions. That you can do it, but in the AOC2 form, it's not required to put all the RPTs. Only the section 188 RPTs you have to put it in the AOC2.
As per director's report, not as per financial.
As per director's report. Yes, correct.
Understood. Jyoti Pandey wants to know, as a professional, when we file form CHG 9, we put PAN number of trustee, company, charge holder, and FX DSC of authorized signatory. They are facing DSC error that it is not registered against the trustee company PAN. However, the other competitors are able to file their form CHG 9 in the same manner. And she is requesting to let her know how can she register the DSC on MCA portal and resolve this issue.
No, so if you are entering the PAN of company and affixing the DSC of some of the authorized signatory, it will be mismatched in the data. So I'm not sure other competitors how they're working on it, but as per my opinion, you have to register the DSC properly first, and then you can go ahead with the affixing the DSC and upload the form. Earlier, it was taking with this PAN number of charge holder and that, but nowadays it's not taking. So the better option, you can connect your DSC, I mean register your DSC with the proper information of the authorized signatory and his or her PAN only.
Okay. Shriti,
And I think this add role functionality, there's one more point to it. This add role functionality has to be ensured that it is properly done, because while signing the forms, if it is not add role section is not available in the MCA master data, it will not auto fetch and the DSC will not be associated, and this error will throw again and again.
Yes,
okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Shruti wants to know, is there any option to see draft of link form director's report before filing the parent form?
No, there are no option. You have to file the parent form, then only it get, I mean, it will generate the Excel utilities, and that Excels you can refer then. So there are no options before, because specifically with your company's detail, they are asking in the parent form. So even if someone is helping with other company's form or not, you just got to know that okay, this is the format. But for your company, it's specifically for your company, it's generating. So you are not able to see the before filing the parent form. That's not possible.
Okay. Next question from Jyoti: can we change email ID of company in form MGT7?
No, I don't think so. You cannot.
In V3, it's not possible. I guess.
V3, it's not possible. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Devanshu
auto-populated and pre-filled of details are coming. You can't change it. It's not editable.
Okay. Devanshu wants to know, so he is receiving an error stating incorrect version of the PDF while uploading the form. What does it mean?
Sorry, would you please come again, Mayank?
So Devanshu wants to know that he is getting an error stating incorrect version of the PDF while uploading the form. What does it mean? What is the solution of this error?
Yeah,
So if
so yeah, Naina, go
so
ahead.
might be like PDF or JPG, or there are acceptable formats which under which we have to upload on in the form. So we have to ensure that it is in the readable PDF format, and then try, and it's within two permissible 2 MB limits. Then it will be uploaded.
Okay.
Anything to add to this, Varsha?
No, I was saying ki if this is the one part, and another part, while uploading the PDF forms, if you are doing offline, at the end you have to upload the PDF forms. And at that time, if the error shows at like PDF version or some issues related to PDF, then you have to first download the latest PDF from there. After uploading, you have to download the latest
Yes.
PDF. Then you can affix the DSC and immediately try to upload it. If you are
So
downloading the form
version is
today,
also one of the
version is
concern
very important
in
here.
V3.
If you are downloading form today and you are trying to upload it after 6 to 7 days, there might be chances the version got corrupted. So better you should do it within a day maximum, so you can avoid this error like this.
Right. Preeti wants to know that in director's report only, below section 188 point only, we can mention about transactions which are related but out of section 188's scope. Preeti, if you can clarify your question, we'll take up your question later on. Jyoti wants to know, please clarify that the authorized signatory has to use their individual PAN.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Because it's
Darshan,
very linked to the pen. If you are writing my name and using someone else's pen number, then it won't get linked over there. So you have to you have to connect
on
with the
the
individual pen only, not the
on the
company's pen.
master data of MCA, when professionals are being appointed, it is that it is being identified with the PAN number itself, because we do not have DIN and things. So it will be individual PAN based, and it will always cross check and cross fetch with the MCA master data.
okay. Darshil wants to know, in the extract of board report form, number of other matters to be included in director's report has word limit, and they don't allow to mention. Please refer to the attached board's report. What is the solution of this?
You can do one thing here. You just give the headings of your director's report. What are, if suppose there are 5 other matters, okay? You just give a short headings of it, and further you can mention as per the attached report. Or maybe you can simply say there are 5 other matters are covered under the director's report. Like you should mention some numbers or some short headings or in brief, and then you can refer as per the attached report, attached director's report in the form. So that's the best solution for it, because I really understood it's there, but you can use this. And even with that, you are not able to do it, then the last option is as per the attached director's report.
Okay. So Preeti wants to know related party transactions, but not as per section 188. Can we list them in director's report just below the point in which we wrote about section 188 related party transactions?
I think, Preeti, if you're mentioning clearly that section 188 RPTs, then you cannot mention it. Either you have to, separate the tab saying that other related party transaction as per the board approval or whatever it is, or as per the Indias. And then you can give the list in the director's report if you want to disclose it. It's all up to you.
Yeah, so it has to be under section 188, whatever transaction has been mentioned. So it has to be well within 188, and also there is 2 sections in AOC too. So it may be like not at arm's length basis and at arm's length basis. So you can segregate between those two, but definitely it has to be under 188.
So we can move ahead, and we'll take the other queries at the end of the next slides.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead with the new enhancements in the annual AOC4 form. So now there is a systematic check which has been introduced for the financial year start date and the end date. It should fall between the period from the period from and period to entered in the field 4.1 of the form ADT1, preventing mismatch errors in compliance date. So this is just to ensure that the financial year dates entered in AOC 4 are consistent with the ones which we have filed in the form ADT 1. So this is for just to prevent the mismatch errors. So this systematic check has been introduced. So now AOC4 CFS can be filed separately only if the corresponding AOC4 was filed in V2. Otherwise, it must be linked with the V3 AOC4 filing. And with respect to the CFS extract, if AOC4 CFS is filed independently, then in that case, extract of auditor's report consolidated must be filed as a linked document to form AOC4 CFS. And there are few sections which has been removed, like sections like share capital raised and segment 3, which used to report, that is for auditor's report. Now it is captured as the extract, which has been removed to streamline the form. And there are common enhancements like features like IRP, RP, and liquidator signing, then auto pre-filling of the previous year data, like and editable balance sheet and P&L figures, new reasons to for change column that has to come up, and capturing secretarial audit qualifications and observations. This is basically same as AOC4 standalone. So this is a repetitive thing. And AOC4 XBRL. So this is primarily applicable to all the listed companies and their subsidiaries. And the companies having paid up share capital of more than 5 crore or 200 crore. Then companies which are required to comply with companies Indian Accounting Standards Rule 2015, that is Ind AS. So AOC4 has to be filed by these companies. So enhancement is again, the form is made web-based and few attachments got removed, as information will be captured via linked filings, and then new attachments have been added to captured signed financial statements. So that is one thing that we have to attach in the signed form. And then there is a linked filing for form CSR2. And then again, whatever I repeated for the common enhancement, it is again applicable to AOC4 XBRL as well. So general improvement which we can conclude is a pre-filling of data is available. Repositioning of fields has been made. So earlier some data which was on the top now has come down. And then there are additional data fields which has been introduced, and additional checks, systematic checks, which we just now discussed. Those things has been introduced.
So I have one question with respect to AOC4
Sure.
XBRL.
Sure.
How does the system validate the digital signature in XBRL filings, and what are the known issues with the taxonomy validation post V3 migration?
Oh. So in XBRL filings on the MCA V3 system, the system validates the DSC through multiple checks. So first, it makes the DSC association check. So under this, the system verifies that the DSC used to sign the XBRL document is registered or associated with the DIN number or the membership number of the signatory in the company's master data on the MCA portal. So likewise, how we discussed about like add role functionality and everything. So it has to be like up to date, so that it is correctly reflecting in the MCA portal. And now at the time of signing, it is auto fetching from the MCA portal and it is correctly getting affixed. Then there is a validation check by the EM signer. So this functionality is used by the DSC EM signer utility to affix the DSC while signing the form. So this utility basically checks on the DSC itself, which checks on the validity that the DSC is not expired. Then it checks the revocation status, that the DSC has not been revoked. Then chain of trust. So that certificate chain is valid and trusted. So when we do the right click and check, it shows valid signature. So those things are like validation checks done by the EM signer. Then there is a integrity and non-repudiation check. So once signed, once the form is signed, the system checks the digital hash of the XBRL file. This ensures that the content of the document has not been tampered with after the signature was affixed. So if the hash calculated upon upload does not match with the hash recorded with the DAC, the validation fails. So this hash, digital hash, because we can edit the PDF after signing and everything. So this thing is checked. And then again, there is a role match checking. So if it ensures the signatory's role, whether it is director, CEO, auditor, or the CSR or CS, matches the required role for the specific XBRL form being filed. So there are certain categories which are allowed to file the form. So it will cross-check there. And coming to the taxonomy validation errors. So post V3 migrations, companies filing annual financial statements in XBRL using the MCA V3 XBRL taxonomy. So they have encountered validation issues, which is primarily related to the change in the technology platform and the revised taxonomy structure. So this is completely different from the V2 version, the taxonomy and the platform and the structure has been changed, has been upgraded actually, I would say. So the errors which on V3 might comprise of, we have listed down few things. So first thing is using old taxonomy references. So issues might arise like V3 system strictly mandates the use of the newest MCA V3 taxonomy. So filers attempting to reuse or upload older XBRL instance documents created using the V2 taxonomy may face schema validations failures. Then the resolution to this would be the filers must ensure their instance document is generated using the correct and updated XBRL utility or the tool that adheres to the V3 taxonomy schema. Then again, data point mapping and tagging errors. So the new V3 taxonomy may have introduced changes in the element names. So these are the tags or the structured hierarchy of certain financial data points. So if the tags used in the instance document do not perfectly map to the new taxonomy, the validation process fails, resulting in an invalid tag or correct context error messages. So thoroughly verify all the financial statements in the balance sheet, P&L, and the notes that are mapped to the precise tags, so defined in the current V3 taxonomy. So this is basically at the time of filing the XBRLs. So this has to be done in the updated taxonomy, MCA V3 taxonomy. Then there is a calculation and consistency errors. So XBRL includes calculation links to ensure that the data points add up correctly. For example, assets must equal to the liabilities and the equity. So post V3 errors arise in the taxonomy's calculation that are which are not strictly followed. So it leads to non-compliance during validation. And the other error which we have faced is XML file structure issues. So the V3 platform may be stricter regarding the XML structure of the instance document, including namespaces, context IDs, and units. So even minor non-compliance with the XML standards required by the MCA can cause the file to be rejected during upload. So to avoid the XBRL instance document, it must be generated by the official MCA utility or a verified vendor tool to minimize structural errors.
So for MGT 7 and 7A, I'll cover only the difference of it or what are the new enhancement in it. I'm not going in offline, online, and everything because other things are as it is like AOC 4. So there are new attachment is there it's not new attachment, but it's a new version of the attachments, I can say. So earlier we were giving the shareholder and debenture holder in our format. So now they have given one predefined shareholder and debenture holder templates, and we have to give the data in that particular format. In the small company and for OPCs, if you don't have that all data, then you can refer the without validation sheet, which is also available in that attachment, and you can give the data whatever is available with you. But the suggestion and recommendation is that you can give the validation sheet, so that will be more reliable compliance for the good corporate governance. So that is the one thing. Another is for the transfer details. Now we have to just put the number of transfer in the form, and then we have to give the separate attachment for the transfer details. So that these two things are given. Additionally, the standalone upload investor details FO service has been deprecated, and the list must be uploaded only at the time of submitting the main form in the Excel form instead of PDF, which we are used to do earlier. There are some new fields and data capture in the MGT 7. So I'll highlight that. So declaration under Rule 9.4, Rule 9, Sub-Rule 4 of the Company's Management and Administration Rules 2014. So now this we have to give it in the form itself. Earlier we were giving as an attachment of it. So now the form itself, we are giving it the person who is responsible for cooperating with the ROC and providing information regarding the beneficial interest in the company's shares. Then next, company name and registered office address as on the financial year end. Asking company's name and registered office address, but now the clear tab as on the financial year end date. So you have to give that particular data. If there is any changes as on financial year ended data and the earlier, so that shows over there. Then they are asking gender-wise breakup of shareholders. Earlier it was not there. So this they are asking gender of male, female, and transgender. So these three categories they have added. And the Excel-based detail bidding templates. Earlier we were giving the data only up to the, I think, 8 or 10 rows in the PDF form. So now if we will at the time of creating the Excel utility, or maybe at the time of filing the offline form, if you will say 51 committee meetings or for 10 board meetings, they will give, the auto population of 10 or 45 rows will come in the form, and you have to give in the table format all the details of the meetings. So these are the new enhancement or new fields I can see in the MGT 7 form. There are some new attachments now they are asking. So that is photograph of the registered office, clearly showing the external building and company's name displayed properly. So they are asking this registered office address, a photo with proper, name and scene and everything as per the company's law. So that is additional thing.
So in
And
this regard, various professional forums has come up with the clear guidelines with respect like what has to be, how the photo has to be filed. So geo-tagging is not required in this case, and presence of directors in that photo is not required. So only we have to adhere to the section applicable to the name board that we need to ensure that regional language and English for the name and the registered address that has to be adhered, and along with the SIN and other details which has been specified under that section, that must be there, and premises for a photograph we can attach.
Right.
Yeah.
So can we now take those questions what we have?
Just one update on this MGT 7.
Sure.
Just quickly finish it out me because that's very important.
Sure.
So one changes, the last changes I can highlight, the separate MGT 8 attachment which we were doing earlier. Now it's incorporated in the form itself. So the essential verifications fields have been incorporated directly within the form, and the professionals, I mean the PCS has to certified in the form itself. But this is the recommendation from my side, and even the ICSI has recommended that optionally you can attach a PDF copy of the MGT8 certificate with the UD number, because in the form there are not all fields are specified for the MGT8, and maybe the professionals have to give all the details in the certificate, so they can even give one disclosure at the top or at the footer of the certificate, saying that in any case the certificate will prevail over the online certification in the MGT 7 form. So that is a main point. I think the practicing professionals should take care of it. Yeah, that's it from my side for the MGT7.
Okay, so now we can take the questions right before concluding this webinar.
Yeah, sure.
So Devanshu Agarwal wants to know that AOC 4 and MGT 7 forms get cancelled automatically even though we have not cancelled them. So is there a specific time frame?
I think I've already covered this, Mayank. I've read in the chat box. So I've given for the online form there are 15 days timeline.
15 days.
Till 15 days, if you are not completing the form, then it will got automatically cancelled. So you have to complete it before 15 days. Even Mayank, you'll get red color, amber color, that orange color. You'll get like highlights over there. So please refer that highlights. So that will be helpful.
Next is from Vishu Arora. If a section 188 transaction is at arm's length and in the ordinary course of business and no board approval was required, MCA form is to reject the entry since a board meeting date cannot be provided. No. So in that case, I think there's no need to even file AOC2.
Yeah. Okay. And if you're filing, I'm not sure, but for the good corporate governance, I can say for any of the RPTs, you take the board approval.
Oh, and wherever audit committee is applicable,
audit committee and board,
it has to place before the audit committee.
And I request, let's decide your board or maybe the audit committee members, the materiality of the transaction, and on that basis, you can take the approval of it, whether it is on arm's length or not. So that will be helpful, and you can, with the good corporate governance, I can say, you can, so you can follow this. This is my personal suggestion I'm giving right now.
Next is from Shruti. For the AOC 4 disclosure on maintenance of books in electronic form, will it be state that the details are as per the already filed form AOC 5?
I think I can say it's up to you. If form is taking, if you want to write it like that, you can, but for the good corporate governance, you can mention all the details, because it's very smaller details they are asking. There are no such, major part, they are major details they are asking. So my suggestion is better you can give the details, because so many times they are, linking the forms and they are verifying it. If you remember, I mean, in the last year, I think people got the CRA show cause notices and everything by linkage of forms. So better you can give the details. This is my personal suggestion.
Next is from Rajesh. Whether photograph of registered office needs to be clicked with GPS location,
we have
capturing photo. Whether one director needs to be photo.
We have discussed this.
I think they have already
is required and no director presence is required.
Okay. And one interesting question from Shruti. If office is in rental building and does not have the company name on the outer wall of the building, how do we meet this requirement? And I think, Shruti, this is the only concern of MCA. Right? So better to fix a nameplate in the front of that wall or whatever the building, maybe of any size. There's no size, Varsha and Nena.
There's no size specification. If I'm not wrong, everything is specified under section 12.
So MCA has mandated this thing to affix a nameplate with the details, in the front of all the offices maintained by the companies. Okay, I have one question with respect to MGT 7. How we have to deal with the information and non-availability of date of incorporation of FIIs?
So this is a very hot topic, and I have personally got this query from many of the professionals. We have been discussing upon this. So I cross-checked with many companies what they are following up. So there are at the time of filing, there we can insert how many FIIs are there in the company. So if you have a handy of like handful of FIIs in the company, then it's fine. You can go ahead with the filing, writing 10 or whatever numbers. But whenever there is a high number of FIIs in the company, then it's suggested you can select one FII in the form, and then you can insert the details, and under the date of incorporations, even the RTAs have not been able to provide us with that specific information. So professionals are either following the date of the financial year end, or they are following the SEBI registration number issuance date, like that. So other identifier dates they are mentioning as a practice, and under an attachment they are giving a clarification that the date of incorporation is not available with us, and under that itself the FII's information basically which with respect to the um, location of the FIIs, then other details such as address and everything are being captured except the date of incorporations.
Next is from
If it is
CS.
very small company or a very small number of FIIs, and if you are able to connect them, because in my company I'm able to
Well,
connect
in
them,
that case
then
it
you
can
can
be
Gather the
please
fine.
information.
arrange it and give the proper, I mean the correct date. That's my suggestion. In there
Varsha,
is no
this is only
option, then you,
possible when you have few FIIs in your
yeah.
shareholding table, right?
Yeah,
If
that's
you
only
have
I'm saying.
many,
If you have it, then you can follow it. Otherwise, you can follow this Naina's suggestion on it.
and suggestion, right? Another from CS Hemlata, whether we can file annual filing of 24-25 without filing previous year forms in order to avoid additional fees, as company law ministry scheme is well as is well awaited.
I think
I
they should
don't
not be
think
filed.
yes, I don't think that you can able to file the last year annual forms AOC 4 and MGT 7 without filing the previous year.
And the V3 version is auto fetching from the previous year
You'll get
filings.
the error. Yes, you'll get
Yes.
the error. You can't.
I think this will be the last. Now the attachment of financials are in INR or in 100,000 value.
No, sorry, man, come again.
So the question is whether we have to fill the data in thousands or in hundreds. I think this is the question from
No,
the.
I just want to clarify. I didn't get the question properly, but I can clarify one thing here. Even your financials are in lakhs or in in thousand, whatever it is, you have to fill the data in full number. The entire amount you have to give it in the forms. So don't fill the form with like 500 crores or 500 lakhs. Don't fill it. You have to give the full amount in it.
Because
So
in the
please,
entire form, we are not getting any field where we can select whether it is rounded off to millions or thousands or
yeah.
lakhs.
Even the, I think ROC, I'm not sure, but some ROC suggestions or maybe some circular is very clear that you have to give the number, give the detailed, I mean the full amount. You can't fill the form. This is the, I can say this is the contradictory of this rules and the
Accounting
financials.
standards.
Yeah, so maybe in future with the recommendation of the CS,
Right.
they can either go by one side. So
Right.
that should be happen, but this is the rules and these are contradictory here, I can say.
So I'm taking last question of this evening from, and this is from Devanshu Agarwal. Now CSR 2 is linked with AOC 4. So what's the effective due date for it? Is it the same date?
Yeah, same
Yes,
date.
since it is a link form, you
You
cannot
can't.
file it separately.
Okay, I think we have covered all the questions from our audience, and in fact, whatever we have asked, during this webinar. So thank you so much, Naina and Varsha, for this wonderful session and insight that you have provided during this webinar.
No, in fact, before you wind up, I
Yeah,
want to add,
so Mayank,
So Varsha and Naina, I've been very patiently listening to all the conversation, and then, after that, I can only think that I think you and we should speak separately, and start a kind of a workshops on a charge basis to the CS, because I'm realizing there's so many things which people want to add, and I'm realizing after almost 2 hours there is still a lot to talk. And sorry, I don't sit down and fill this form, so I would not really exactly understand the challenge on the ground level. But today I realize there are a lot of things, uh, uh, and uh, and I would say thank you so much for your such a patience, and I see your energies. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's still high. It just my mind had to ring a time bell and say, okay, now it's time we should wind up. But otherwise, it would have continued for long. Thank you so much
So even 4 to
for
5 hours will be, not enough for this
no.
annual filing, I can say,
No,
because lots of
realizing.
queries and lots of errors we are also facing. So yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. It was, in fact, a very interesting webinar. I think one of the longest webinar. Um,
I was about to
so
tell
far.
that because I've seen some of the webinars.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry for it.
No. In fact,
But I
I
just
would want.
hope we have given all the clarifications from with the best suggestions from our side. And still, if you have any of the audience, if you have any questions, you can take our email IDs from the Mayank if you want, and you can feel free to connect us or reach anytime. Even you can take the mobile number, you can WhatsApp us. I just say please avoid the calls because we are so much tied up. So that's, but email and messages we will see at least at the end of the day, and we will respond on it. So man, you can share it if people require it.
Sure,
That's so
sure.
nice of you.
Yeah.
That's so nice. That's so kind of you. This is helpful. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being so patient, listener. Also, and I'm sure you were sticking around because there was a lot of value which we all saw in the discussions today.
Yes.
And I think we need to do somewhere when mine came up with this idea that we need to do a webinar on MGT7. I was not fully able to appreciate the challenges what he was able to see. And Mike, I think we need to do more of them. And we look and we look forward to have you again for more
Sure.
discussions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
the opportunity, Jayant. I can say thanks a lot for the same. And we'll also see the future opportunities to, join the webinars again.
We'll always look forward to. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you, Nana.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.